Hello, my name is Glenn Patterson, and I played basketball and football for Epworth Elementary School, home of the Eagles, in 1966 and 67. I continued playing football and basketball in high school for the Yellow Jackets of West Fannin, 1968 to 1972. At that time, I played football for Lees McRae College, the Bobcats, from 1973 and 1974. I was born the fifth child of six to Claude and Maudie Patterson in 1954. I was told that my parents had decided that 4 children in the household were plenty, but after 6 years of no childbearing, my mother, to her surprise, became pregnant. 9 months later, they had me, and later decided I needed a playmate, so my brother Gary came along a couple of years afterward. As a family unit, we came from humble beginnings, with Mom working as a seamstress and Dad sawmilled. The older siblings helped take care of Gary and I as we grew into elementary school age. Don and Phyllis played sports, especially Don, as his favorites were football, basketball, and track. My dad liked baseball, so Gary and I learned quickly to enjoy various sports. We first started playing organized sports when Dixie Youth Baseball was first introduced into Fannin County. I remember my first coach was Charles Woodall with the Epworth Yankees. I was around 10 years old and continued playing Dixie Youth Baseball for three years or more for coaches Pete Ballou and Thomas Seaboat of McKaysville. During that time, I also began playing other sports at Epworth Elementary, such as football and basketball. I enjoyed them all, but as I began high school, I decided to concentrate on only 2 sports, football and basketball. I quickly got to play varsity football and lettered 3 out of my 4 years. I played running back and was fortunate to be chosen to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution Honorable Mention All-State team in my senior year. In basketball, I started my junior and senior year. I was named team captain my senior year, as our team was the last West Fannin boys squad to compete in the state playoffs in Macon, Georgia. We defeated Coosa County in the first round, as they had former Atlanta Hawks sharpshooter Mike Glenn. After high school, I wanted to try and play football, but more importantly, get a college education, which was something no one in my family had yet done. I stayed out of school 6 months and worked at City Service, formerly called Tennessee Copper Company, and then with the help of my parents and the extra money I'd saved, I began school at Lees McRae College in Banner Elk, North Carolina. I was a preferred walk-on player on the football squad and started my sophomore year at free safety. I started the first 4 or 5 games and then had 2 injuries. I broke my hand in practice and also developed a bad pinched nerve in my shoulder from tackling. This, unfortunately, was the end of my playing career. I moved to Atlanta and attended Georgia State University, where I graduated with a Bachelor of Business Administration. After working a while in the business world, I eventually decided I wanted to teach and came back to Georgia State to get my master's in education. I started teaching and coaching at North Springs High School in Sandy Springs, or the Atlanta area. I taught physical education, health, and business math while coaching football, basketball, and track. I stayed at North Springs for 6 years before moving on to Milton High School in Alpharetta, Georgia, where I coached football. Finally, I decided it was time to take my family back and move home to Blue Ridge. I coached football and basketball for the Rebels for 3 years. At this time in my life, I decided I really wanted to spend more time with my family and children that were growing up right before my very eyes. One of my greatest joys was to be able to coach all 4 of my children in rec basketball. I coached Joshua, the oldest, to a district basketball tournament, while my youngest, Bethany, had a great team that I was fortunate to coach them in winning the state tournament. My other 2 girls, Rebecca and Sarah, were also good athletes. I started running to stay in shape myself in 2007. I set my goals small to begin with by running 5K races. My first race was Riverbend in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I was never really competitive, but enjoyed trying to always beat my previous time and get better. I wanted to challenge myself further by running a 10K race. Then pushed myself even more to a half marathon, which is 13.1 miles. Finally, in 2010, I achieved my ultimate goal of completing a marathon, which is 26.2 miles at Chickamauga Battlefield. I have certainly enjoyed working in my hometown as a teacher, coach, and administrator for 23 years. I have also worked as an adjunct faculty member for Truett McConnell College and Toccoa Falls College. I am the proud grandparent of 2 boys and 4 girls. I've been happily married to my wonderful wife Beverly for almost 3 years. I would like to begin by giving thanks to my Lord Jesus Christ for the blessings that He's given me in life, which has only one been sports, but I've been very fortunate. And I'd also like to thank my coaches, which have all been excellent role models through ball and Dixie Hughes baseball all the way through college. Especially, I'd like to thank Coach Tom Foster, Coach Crawford, Gene Crawford, Coach T.J. Thompson, and Coach Woods for their impact that have influenced me in life. I would also like to thank the Hall of Fame board and the inductees for considering me worthy of this great honor. In looking back at the previous inductees, I am very grateful and humbled to be a part of this distinguished group. Finally, I'd like to thank my family, my wife Beverly, my children, parents, of course, and my brothers and sisters, all for supporting me along the way. Thank you all very much.